It's a good thing that Pic du Soleil, who just sent me a brand new set of cards that I will be reviewing on Art of the Deck. Not right now, but I'll give you a sneak peek. These just arrived from Istanbul, Turkey. I'm just going to thumb through a few, just give you a nice look. I saw these and I thought that they were pretty dynamic. I couldn't wait to spend time with them. I have not yet. That's why I'm not like, tearing up the deck right now. I'm really mad at myself because I think I did get something out of sequence. When I do an art of the deck, I always want to go through the deck one at a time, which I did do yesterday, sort of, kind of. And then after that, I will start looking for things. I'll go through it a second time and I'll look for things that jump out at me. And then after that, I do some research on the artist. It's interesting to me because a lot of times when the tarot decks come out, they will give you the booklet. They'll have everything in the booklet that you ever want to know, but they don't always mention the artist. And the artist is important to the deck because the images, a lot of, I don't know, different people read different ways. So different tarot readers, sometimes you have a very traditional tarot reader where they know all the symbolism and everything in the tarot deck, and they will read from that, from the tradition. And then there are those who read the images, and then there's those that can do both or that do both. But anyway, I love the art and I love the images because images in general, like when I am working in nature, not with cars, but when I am out in nature and I'm listening and hearing for things, it's the images sometimes that pop out that let me know what's going on. Sometimes you'll see images in trees, sometimes you'll see images in rocks, sometimes you'll see images in the clouds. So that's how I got started. Cards came for me later. I knew people that read cards, but I never read cards for myself. It was more or less my interest in art and also my interest in nature and how to see things and read things in nature because I had an old Indian man to teach me how to read things in rocks. And so after that, I just started, getting into images of all kinds, abstract images. You can see things in abstract images. And then, of course, you can see things in the images that are pretty cool. So this is the one that I want to share with you. This is called Miracles of Jesus. I have my first Jesus deck. And yes, it was the art that drew me to it. This comes from Ibiza. Ibiza. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Ibiza Tarot. And I saw this deck. It's not very many cards. It's an oracle deck. I don't even know how many cards it is, but I love these. And they remind me a little bit of a children's book called Sundiata, Lion King of Mali. It kind of reminds me of the artwork and that artwork in that one, in that book. It's a children's book. But the artwork in that book is all paper and it's cutout paper. I don't know if this is cutout paper, but it looks like cutout paper to me. So like a paper collage. And the images are so intricate. And so each card has a story from Jesus's teachings and the image, and it has the verse, the Bible verse, and then under that it has an affirmation. So I am really enjoying this. When I opened them, I was just like, oh, thank you, Jesus, for leading me to these. They're very nice. And for those of you, like, I'm gonna, he got a little bit of color in some of the images, but just beautiful, stunning, engaging. When you look at them, you just jump right into it. And it is strictly because of the way that these pieces are put together. And then I also like it because it kind of reminds you of stained glass. So it gives you that churchy feel. Isn't this just adorable? You know what I mean? I'm always happy when we can smile about Jesus. You know what I mean? Instead of it being some tragic tale, but you know, I don't know. I felt like Jesus is my friend today just because these arrived in the mail. Isn't that beautiful? Just beautiful. So I can't wait to do a reading with these. I guess I should share some of the story. So this is the healing of the woman with the issue of blood. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the movement here. Look at the movement. How did they capture the movement? I want to take a magnifying glass to this. I seriously do. I wonder, and there again, they did not mention the artist. I looked in here. I don't know. I'll probably write them and ask them, but nowhere in the book does it mention who the artist is for this. Or if it was, digitally created or anything like that. I just saw absolutely nothing on that. So unfortunately for this deck, I'm not able to provide you any research on the artist. But I don't know. Maybe it's just for us to enjoy these beautiful images because they truly are beautiful. This is raising Lazarus from the dead. San Lazaro. Beautiful. I'm going to read this one. This is the story about feeding the 5,000. It says, they all ate and were satisfied, and the disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over. That's from Matthew 14:20. And the affirmation is, there is abundance all around me, and my needs are always met. Way cool. Coming down to the last two or three of these. And the final one is the transfiguration or the resurrection. Kind of traditional there, but you got to give them room for all that beauty. So I hope you enjoyed that little short art of the deck. I will be coming back to share that other deck with you a little bit later after I've had some time to research the artist. But this was the Miracles of Jesus Oracle cards. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have a blessed day.